What up and welcome. This is Tell Me I'm Wrong. I've got Rick, I've got Yellz, I am Marsh, and today we're discussing why financial aid, Pell Grants, and strip clubs are the foundation of the American collegiate institutions. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely right. Let me tell you, you need to have, there are so many adults today that are surviving and raising families off of the money given by this very prestigious, very exciting form of work, and that is the strip clubs of America. The strip clubs of America has formulated and has given out more grants and paid for more college tuitions than Fannie Mae and Pell Grant will ever do. They've put more bodies, literally, through the academic program than anyone else in American history. This is why we save, we acknowledge, we love, and we patronize our strip clubs because those women, for better or whatever, are to our future, and we need to make sure that they can not only move their bodies on the poles, but move their minds in the classrooms.
This is a stump speech straight out of Magic City right there.
There you go.
I mean, if you're waiting on a response from me, there's not much I have to add to that. It was so eloquent. It was almost as if Rick used to be a stripper, went to college, and learned how to say that himself. It was amazing. Like, it was so eloquent. You're not lying, though. My God. I mean, and I like that Marsh put in there the financial aid. Like, they're about hand in hand, right? They're about the financial aid versus the exotic dancers is what I hear they like to be called in some areas. Yeah, I mean, they're getting it done. We've all seen, what's it? You've seen Player Club, Marsh. I know you've seen Player. I know you have.
Marsh, have you seen Players Club?
No, I have not.
Oh,
What?
boy, do we have something
we
on
have
there.
homework.
Check it out.
Marsh, we have homework for you. You need to watch Players Club, and next week, we're going to talk about, as one of our subtopics, Players Club and your thoughts on Players Club.
I think I need like a urban homework list or like a.
We got you.
Because it's that clearly I need. There was a artist that you talked to me about on one of these shows that I did not write down. Nerd, that was it. Yeah, I think I need like an sort of like when you leave school in the spring and the teacher's like, here's your summer reading list that you need to read. You can read these books and you need to read 4 of them, and if you write an essay on them, you get extra credit. I think I need like an urban, culture list to educate myself here on.
I mean, that's
what do you think the amount of money is that has been earned at a strip club and subsequently paid for college tuition? Like,
in the millions, easily in the millions.
And are we saying that this is paying to get the woman through college or a child through college, and that's just the avenue
Both.
which she's doing? Both of them.
Both. I mean, maybe the mother only makes it to her associate's degree, right? But she uses the rest of that money to save for a college child tuition, and maybe it doesn't finance the entire tuition, but maybe it gets that thing started. You know what I mean? So you have to understand that the amount of dollars that these women are bringing in, especially the very talented ones. Listen, they've put that money to good use. They're flipping it for financial gain. They're flipping it for personal gain, and they're flipping it to put their kids in a better situation and a better life. Those who shun and look down upon strip clubs, cast not the first stone if you need of without sin or something like that.
There's a big defense case being made from you on this, Rick, in defense of strip clubs right now, and in the borderline, may I say, promotion of them. on this show. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying this is a very promotional and defensive stake that you've made here with the exotic dancers.
Because I think people don't understand how hard these women work at their job. Now, I dare any one of you guys, not for sensual sexual purposes, but just try climbing a pole and just try doing just doing that for 5-10 seconds. You probably couldn't do it. I probably couldn't do it. Like the amount of talent and amount of strength, they have to go to the gym. They got to keep their body tight. They got to keep someone got to keep their face right.
Hold on. So for Marsh,
this is not the jungle gym. This is real.
For Marsh, who still has homework though, let's also add this part though. It depends.
I'm not going to a strip club for homework. I'm going to put that to bed right now before you even say that.
Let her know it's for show purposes. You let her know this is for study purposes. You're doing research. No, so it depends on the strip club though. Rick makes a valid point, but here's two things. Number one, they're not all finishing college. Let's keep it real. They're not all finishing college. We can get on the other one because my favorite at the strip club. Not that I'm a strip club guy. That's not my thing. I don't even really go. But my favorite at the strip club is the waitresses at the strip club. They're working their way through college and they're still showing little ass. That's good. But on the other end of that, like what Rick's saying, they climbing poles and all that. Rick, those are different strip clubs. Not all clubs are they climbing poles. Some of them, no pole is even required. There's just the lady in the dance floor and whatever room she's taking you to. Some of them, there's not a lot of art. There's not a whole lot of art to some of them. I do appreciate the ones that do the pole work though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you want my money, you got to wet my whistle. You got to give me something that I can hang my hat on.
Don't say it like that. Don't say if you want my money, you gotta wet my whistle. There's just a better way to phrase that, Rick. There has to be a better way to phrase that.
Maybe not. It may be right on the nose. It sounds pretty perfect.
Or you're just being literal as all hell right now.
So the amount of money that's changing hands though, Rick, like I think that's kind of where you started, Marsh. Like it is a lot. Like are you aware that some strippers make like $50,000-$60,000 in a night?
There are some.
That doesn't doubt me. I mean, Rick probably has them wet the whistle, and there's 25 of it. So
wetting the whistle's worth at least a G. I'm assuming it's got to be at least worth a G.
A better question be, I wonder if someone can ask you, Drake, how many women has he funded through college? Yeah, from the strip club. I'm sure he paid for at least about 10 women. Now, whether they finished or not, who knows? But I'm sure he set up at least about 10 plus women to be financially secure through their college fund or maybe through their children's college fund. Like, there's a lot of tongue-in-cheek applied, that's mentioned in this conversation. But the reality of it is big business. And the reality of it is, and as funny or as comical as it may sound, I'm willing to bet that the strip clubs and those who participated in the strip clubs have literally paid for more college tuition fees than Hattie Mae and any other Pell Grant you can receive. And it's non-denominational. You don't gotta have a 3.5 GPA.
That's what I was gonna say. You gotta qualify.
You just gotta know how to bounce that ass, and then you too can be on your way to the high level of success, baby. And what I love about women in general is women have this moment in time where they live like three versions of three different lives in one life. They can be flat out 10 toes down strippers for like 7 years straight. And on the 8th year, they have no recollection. Their whole attire is changed. Their whole persona is changed. They are the sister manual at the local church. And they're like the assistant pastor. Like, it can go from that one extreme to the other. And I love women for being able to live so many lives within the confines of one life. But shout out to those who get out the mud, or aka get out the strip club.
Well, I think that's a very astute observation that you make, because the question I was going to pose is the decision to save your money and go to college would seem to be one of financial intelligence, let's call it. And I don't know that many people grow up and say, I want to become a stripper. And oftentimes their hand is dealt in such a way that that's the career path that they have to take. I'm imagining here, considering I'm not said exotic dancer. So I find it interesting, this dichotomy of, on the one hand, they certainly lived a certain life to become a stripper in the first place. And then there's a lot of credit being given to say at some point they turned around their thinking or their life to the point where they're like, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to use it to get a degree in business and I'm going to start a floral shop in downtown. But Rick, judging by that comment that you just made, it seems like that happens much more often than I'm giving them credit for.
I'm gonna cut Rick off here before we even get started. I don't think that many of them are finishing college. If y'all are finishing college, get in the comments. I don't think they're finishing college. I think the arc looks a lot like this. And matter of fact, I'll push back on what you said, Marsh. In 2025, 2026, 2020, whatever. I think some people are they're aspiring to be strippers. It's not a fallback. 50 G's in a night. That's more than a lot of people make. If you walk around fine, you don't went. Look, imagine you're a chick. You went out with a date with loser number 3, right? And then you're like, man, let me just go shake this a little bit at the club. And you make 50 G's in it. That becomes the job really quick, right? You do that. So kudos to those who stick with it and say, let me go get the degree, even though I make this much money in a night. But I don't think. Because I say that in that same vein, I don't think that people are sticking with it and finishing school. I think some people go into it with the mindset, or some ladies go into it like, I'm gonna do this to get through school. They start making so much money, lifestyle happens so fast, access so many different things. They're like, oh, I can get back to school, or I can get my kids to school. Ain't for me though. I'm good. I'm good now.
But there is a transition, right? Because you're not retiring at a strip club. There's no 50-year-old stripping in the strip club.
Retirement's an amount of money, though.
That's what I'm saying. So they're transitioning into something. So maybe to your point, maybe it's not all the degree. Maybe it's to another. But they're taking that money. They're doing something with it. They're starting a business with it. They're starting entrepreneurship with it. Some are going to school with it. But there is no 45, 50-year-olds in the strip club stripping. So you can't be, there is a limit. You can't retire. You don't get a gold card from the strip club, right? You can't retire from strip. You can't get a 401 plan from the strip club. So at some point you got to take what you've done, your skill set and the money you've made, and you have to parlay that into something else. And for some people, it's for college funds and to better their lives.
What you got to get what you want. That's a quote from Players Club. Marsh, check it out.
Okay. So we all like sports on this show, and the athletic prime of athletes. The athletic prime is like early 20s, like 22 to like 27. But then in more not physically demanding sports like football, you kind of start weeding guys out at the 27. But like basketball, guys are like really at their peak from like 26 to 32, when both their athletic prime is kind of coincided with their intelligence in the game and understanding, and they've had enough reps at the professional level to understand, okay, when this happens, and so on and so forth. If there were analysts for strip clubs and they're sitting there reacting to, all right, well, Debbie just got done her set, and this was just another really impressive performance from her. What is the time at which, to Rick, your point, they don't retire at 40? We also don't see dudes outside of 2 guys, LeBron and Tom Brady, and now Aaron Rodgers, so 3, playing football or playing NBA in the 40s too. So like that kind of aligns with the male side of that. At what age does an analyst start being like, look, it's really impressive that Shaniqua here at age 34 is putting on the performance that she is. She is turning back the clock here. Primetime Magic City Saturday night. What is the age there that happens?
First of all, that's a great drop, by the way. That is a phenomenal drop. I don't know what you do on your day job, but you might need to pick up a couple of side gigs doing drops for strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? Just lending your voice. Just lending your voice.
Hearing that in a strip club, I'm
there. Coming up next. Coming up, all 5'4", 160 pounds of her, dripping wet. coming to the stage.
She's the MVP from last season.
Put your hands together. Yeah, I love that idea, Marsh. I think that's a good opportunity, actually. I think that needs to be expounded. But I would say roughly between 21 and 30 is probably your range.
Range 9 years? I'm talking like peak. I'm saying like when we look back, you talk Steph Curry, and you're like, all right, well, Steph from like 2016 to 2019. So I think he was like 20. I think he won his first championship at 26. So like 26 to 30. That was his like apex Steph years. What is like the apex? This woman, you might normally be bringing in, let's say, 40 grand a night, but she on her best years is pulling in daily 65 because she's just
Marsh.
The physical and the mental prime has aligned. What's that age range?
You're trying to make this one a little too analytical on this one. I'll put it like this: you can really enjoy Steph, LeBron, some of these other players in a 3-4 year window where you really see its peak. And you can appreciate it in that moment. But guys love ass for a long time. Like 9 years sounds about right. 21 to 30
sounds about
right.
So we're seeing a 9-year prime window.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on two things. You know, they are professional athletes. So it depends on how well they train. It also depends on their drug use. It depends on gravity. So gravity, drug use, and training are the three components to see how long your run is as a professional stripper. Because gravity is undefeated, unless you get some surgery done, you know, or get some stuff, unless you get stuff propped up, right? And your drug use can shorten your career because no one wants somebody that looks like they're overindulging on anything, right? So, and then if you're in the gym, are you in the gym? Because some women have natural voluptuous bodies. It don't work out at all. But today's strippers, the ones that get paid top dollar, they're in the gym 5-6 times a week, like a professional athlete. Ooh. They very much have a professional athlete schedule. They eat right, they exercise, and they are very good at their craft, which is clapping cheeks and sliding down poles.
Check this out. I think I have a different take. Let's see how you feel about this one, then, Rick. I think strippers have a shorter window. I'm not going to try and quantify it like Marsh.
29 years.
Is she bad? Right? But strippers have a shorter window than exotic dancers. I think exotic dancers can make a run because it's more art. There's more art to it. Those are the ones you're talking about using the pole. They're more than just fine. They've made it an art.
But exotic dancers are the strippers who were too lazy to go all the way. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, they didn't go all the way. You didn't. Exotic dancers is equivalent to getting an associate's degree in college. They're supposed to stay the extra 2 years, get your full bachelor's.
So they're not going to the champagne room. They're doing it all on the stage, so they're not making all the money they can make, huh?
You know what I mean? They sell themselves. They associate degree graduates from the school of strip clubbing. They don't have a bachelor's or a major in anything particular. Damn. Most of the time.
They're a shy stripper, is what you're saying. They're not.
Yeah, they're the dental assistants of strippers.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's a long career, but you only capped out at so much. You can go for a long time, but you know.
It's like a Jeff Green, right? You might put together a 15-year NBA career, but he's never going to be a max dollar guy. You know, he might peak with $15 million for 1 year, but that's like, well, it may be an overpay.
Here we go. Exotic
Jeff.
dancers are the Jeff Greens of strip clubs.
And when it's gone, like it was with Jeff Green, you're like, it's gone. There's no.
But they still be there. They be looking all tied and toe up, but they still there. And then some old fart gonna give them a few dollars, but it's not like what it used to. Like Jeff Green will check in the game. He'll get you 4 points and a couple rebounds in about 8 minutes, but that's all. That's it.
And he's a locker room presence at that point.
He's a locker room
presence is at the end of the That's all.
They keep in the locker room, showing the ladies where to put their things.
You don't use that shit, room, so he keeps it sanitized. He keeps it sanitized. She makes sure it's fabuloso going in and out the places. They got menudo doing holiday. She's making during the holiday season, so the girls can get a nice little meal. So yeah, she's a really good locker person. I like that. I like where you're going with this, Marsh. Maybe we should do like a starting 5 strip club or starting 5 strippers in Marsh, we got to do some research. I like this. I like where this is going.
Let's do it. I'll jump it off right now. The reason I'm willing to jump this off, so we're having this conversation. Matter of fact, we can get into it and see how much Rick frequents. I don't frequent. I'll tell you that. I'm not a strip club guy. I used to date some dancers. I did back in my younger days. I ain't gonna call it dating because that's not what was happening. That's not what's happening. But yeah, I spent some time with some of them, and the shy girl you're talking about, Rick. I remember I was talking to this one chick, and she sent her a new girl over, and she was so pretty, so fine, so shy, and you knew, like to your point, I just knew she wasn't gonna be at the strip club long. I knew it because it was too put together, and she was too reserved. She wasn't there long. She wasn't there long at all. But here you said do a starting five. Here's what I say at a strip club: you got to have the one that is the exotic dancer. Somebody's got to do some pole work, right? Where you're just like, my God, I forgot she was naked. Like, this is just amazing, the work that she's putting in, the artistry that's going on, right? I think you got to have that. That's your point guard. That's your point guard. You got to come out hot with the shooting guard, putting the shots up. That's one this is all you see. That's it. She's just turned around, right? That's it. That's number two. Small forward kind of falls in that same vein, right? That's the one that takes everybody to the champagne room. She's making rounds in the strip club to say, hey, you want to go to the strip club? You want to go to the champagne room?
She's also pouring up drinks behind the bar when the bartender's late. Yeah. So she does a little bit of everything.
She's all the way loose. Whatever you want is a go. You got to have that one. Then at power forward, though, you got to have that old cagey vet. That one is there. She's been there a little too long. She's past the prime. But she knows everything. She's going to tell you who does what to the customer. She's going to let the newbies that's coming to join, she's going to let them all know that. And then number 5, the most important one, I think, is got to have a blonde. Doesn't matter race. A blonde. There's got to be a good quality blonde in there, right? Just, it's my blonde. Like, that's how it's touted. This is our blonde.
That's a blonde.
That's it. That's starting 5.
She's gonna close the show out.
Yeah.
She's gonna close it out with her performance. That's the blonde. Like to Yell's point, it doesn't matter what race she is, as long as they have is blonde. She's the one. And she's the blonde bum.
If I can add a 6-man, this is my personal preference. There has to be one that's like, I know maybe I'm fine, maybe I'm not the top tier here, but watch this playlist though. Watch the songs I'm gonna play. You're gonna be into this music. You're gonna vibe to this. The one that's gonna dance to something that really no one should be dancing to at all, like Little Big World or something.
Yeah. And she's the one who's not she's the one that's probably had one too many cheeseburgers for a strip club fit, for a strip club look.
Like just before, like she ate just before she hit the stage.
Yeah. She downed the Mountain Dew right before she went out on the stage. But she's the nicest. She's pleasant. And the guys love conversing with her.
Yeah, she ensures the starters.
She's the only one that can get paid that night without having to take off all of her clothes. She can just sit there and work the room and talk to the people and get her money that way.
And she ensures that the starters can close the game. She's there.
Absolutely.
What I'm hearing, if I'm going to translate this to a basketball team, is it sounds like we've got like a 2011 JJ Barea at the point. Nothing too crazy, but they're going to set everything up. Yeah. At the 2 and the 3, you're probably going prime D Wade and LeBron from Miami, just going back to that 2012 to 14 era. The star studders, the show stoppers. Your cagey vet, to me, it sounds like you're describing like a Steven Adams, just does the dirty work, does the things nobody wants to do, but he gets the job done at the end. Your blonde coming in, that's probably like a Klay Thompson, doesn't say much, makes it rain, does like everyone's attracted to Klay Thompson as a shooter, but you don't know anything beyond that about him. He doesn't dunk, he doesn't have a dribble package in his prime. And then you got Lou Will coming off the bench as your 6-man flashy guy, gives you 20 points.
Pepper Lou.
I mean, exactly. I mean, so that's the 6. That's the top 6. I think if we're translating your 2 strip club over to NBA terms, we got JJ Barea, D Wade, LeBron, Steven Adams, Klay Thompson, and then Lou Will up. I mean, that's a good defensive.
That's a good ass team too.
That's a good basketball team right there. You'll probably
that's a winning team.
Luxury tax too.
That's a winning team.
I'm gonna tell you on the blonde though. For me, the blonde. Anytime that I have been to a strip club, for me the blonde the blonde just never really met the expectation. It was just great that she was blonde. She did all the same stuff. It's like, oh, like you're waiting, like, oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, and then it's just all right. It's all right. But it keeps you anticipating. It's like putting the when you put a what do you call them, a decoy out there. It's one of those players that are kind of passive. You know they can shoot. You put them out in the corner and you're like, oh, I know this screen is coming for them, so I got to go close out just so that JJ Barea can get a backdoor cut.
So it's more like a Kyle Korver is what you're saying. It's more of Kyle Korver than it is
Kyle Korver. There you go.
Ashton Kutcher himself.
Okay, interesting. I think we are about time for in need of an ad read, Yellz, and I think you're the one that's up today. And
here we go.
Yay. Today's podcast is not sponsored by Ray-Ban. I love my sunglasses. I wear them all the time, even right now, inside. No windows, no sun, just vibes. Do I need them? Absolutely not. Do they say something about me? Yeah, they say, I'm prepared for the glare from life. These aren't just sunglasses, they're a personality shortcut. Slip them on and suddenly you're faster, louder, more confident about opinions you formed 5 seconds ago. They're polarized, which I assume means science happened. They're lightweight, durable, and somehow make me feel like I could either win a motocross race or argue with a ref at a youth soccer game. Which
I think you've definitely done the second.
People ask, why are you wearing sunglasses inside? And I say, because I can. And also, because Ray-Ban told me to. Ray-Ban. For when the sun's out or when you just don't want eye contact. By the way,
thanks, Ray-Ban.
Well done, though. Well done. Thank you for that.
Sir, where it's always too bright for wherever you are. That is your problem. You know, you could have a degenerative eye disease that we wouldn't know about. That makes
my father has degenerative eye disease. So shut up, Marsh. Yes, he does. He went from being having normal sight to being night blind to being color blind to being outright blind. This could be happening right now. I don't know if you're a white guy or not, Marsh. I have no clue.
Yep, that's me. That's me. Did the two of you go to college? I'm not testing the education system here.
I did.
Yes.
I did my time at A&M. I didn't finish like a stripper.
All right.
I have a bachelor's degree from Sam Houston State University. Yes.
So,
and I have two master credit hours for Rice.
Okay, that was not that sentence did not end where I thought it was going to when you said 2 masters. I was about to be very. You have the fact that you have credits is more than I have, so I think you win that one. I thought you were about to drop like I have 2 masters as well, and then really shove it in the face. So, if given the opportunity, second follow-up question: did either of you leave school with student loan debt?
Not me.
No, not me either.
Not me.
You got, man, they do better down in Texas. My dumbass left school with student loan debt that I still got to deal with.
Hey, shout out to my parents. Neither my mom or dad were strippers, but they set up a college. They set up a college situation for me when I was young. And so by the time I got old enough to go to college, most of the money that they'd already put aside was already taken care of. So shout out to the parents, man, for doing their job to make sure their son don't have to start from ground zero and have a bunch of debt when he graduates.
Well, my question was going to be, would you choose to be a stripper to pay your way through college? Would you take
female?
That as no, just right now, this moment, would you do it?
At this moment?
Well, not right now. I'm saying as an adult, as a male, not an adult, would you take the path of, if it made it so that college was free, you didn't have to get grants, you didn't have to, which obviously you don't have to pay back, but you didn't have to take out student loans. Would you strip to be debt free, but you guys already are both debt free. So
I answer this hypothetically. If I could strip with the women, cool. But if you're gonna put me at a strip club with other guys with their janglings all around, no, I'm not gonna be surrounded by a bunch of naked men. That is a no-go for me, for sure. That's like prison. No, I'm not signing up for volunteer. That's like being in prison. I don't do prisons, and I don't do those versions of strip clubs. Like, no. So, but if I could be in the room with the women strip, you know what I'm saying? Like, and all the women who are, cool. We can work something out. We can figure something out.
Yeah. So
I'm not hanging out. I'm not hanging out with the guys. Not at all.
So 18-year-old me was open for whatever. Yeah, it was I'd do whatever. I also at 18 years old I didn't know much. The only thing I did know is that I didn't want debt. So yeah, I was game for anything. Debt wasn't gonna happen. This show may take a little bit of a turn. I'm not sure if Rick knows, but yeah, at a young age I danced. I sure did. I did private parties. I did what Rick just mentioned. I did an actual club for one night until I saw other people's junk, and I was like, I ain't doing this shit. That was it. That was the end of my dancing days. But I did private parties for a little bit.
Wait, what was the song you killed them? What was your go-to song, Yellz? Your finishing song was what?
Oh no, there was no go-to song. I just tried different songs out. You know. There was no master routine or nothing like that. So just so you know, because since you're saying that, we can get on it. Women can be more artistic. For what I did, there was no art to it. It was mostly big girls at these parties, and they just wanted to see some action. They wanted to see some shit flap around. That's all I did. Costume and flopping around. That's it.
So that.
I didn't make my way through college at all. I just did it.
Were you like walking in and be like, typical Hollywood movie private party where it's like knock at the door, police officer there, be like, I'm looking for Brittany. And then like, oh, he's right here. And then you're like ripping everything off, and you're like, was that you?
That's where the movies.
I hope so. That's really good.
The movies greatly sensationalized shit. No, you got to get in the door, then you got to get to the bathroom, get all your shit together. They see you. There's no ladies, guess what? No, there's none of that at all. There's none of that.
How awkward is that walk from the front door to the bathroom? Because they're all looking at you, and they know what's about to happen, and you know what's about to happen. You don't get the masquerade of a club where you're kind of like nobody has seen you yet, and they're gonna come in a little bit. It's like sitting. It's like the people in the VIP suite at Cowboy Stadium. They're watching the dudes walk around. How uncomfortable is that?
It wasn't uncomfortable at all. How I saw it is they should be uncomfortable if they knew they hired me to pay me to take my clothes. I wasn't concerned with anything that they had, whatever. Though there was no discomfort. Come with the cash. You're watching. You paid. You solicited. Let's do it.
Yeah, Yellz. Did you have a name? You had a nickname you went by? Come on, man.
God damn it.
We here, man.
At that time, I just went by Red with 2 D's.
Red, huh?
Red?
Yeah, Red with 2 D's.
Rev, not the color red. Why Rev?
I wish that there was an eloquent reason for this. There's nothing. There's nothing to it. I wore a lot of red.
So you're talking about the color red?
Yeah.
But they spelled it REVV?
No,
with 2 D's. I think you said
2 D's.
Okay. I thought you said with Rev, and I was gonna wonder like, what did you have to dress up as like a reverend, and that was one of the incidents that you had to do? Okay, the color red, but with 2 D's. So you were never big red.
Just plain old red.
Red.
Just plain old red.
Wasn't little red either. Let's get that shit straight. It was just red.
Little red. Clarification there. It was not little red. It was just red. With 2 D's.
With 2 D's.
Double D red.
Yeah. That counts for something.
So doing your little short stint, did you start like a Red Riding Hood?
Rick, I think you made for this. No, I didn't. I wasn't that thoughtful, bro. I wasn't that thoughtful at all. I knew I was
didn't
there
market
for one
yourself
purpose.
At all.
The creativity.
Yo, you gotta go all the way in, bro.
I didn't. It worked.
Was it like a Chip and Dale situation? None of that.
What do you mean?
Isn't the Chippendales the dudes that from like the Magic Mike? Isn't that what those dudes are?
Yeah, it was a guy that was local here that would see me out in the clubs and saw me at this time. I was trying to get into the music industry. He saw me. He's like, "Man, you should dance." I was like, "I do dance." And he's like, "Nah, that's not what I mean." And he's like, here you can make a lot of money doing this. And I was like, bro, I'm not getting on a stage. Like, to Rick's point, I was like, I'm not going to a male strip club. I'm not doing it. He's like, no, you can do private parties. We make X amount of money. It would just be us two. We could just do that. I'll put you on six up.
Do you remember what you brought home that night?
The first time?
Yeah.
The very first time? Maybe like $200. It wasn't much. It was cool though. It was at that age to get money for doing that. It was cool.
Marsh, I know you didn't have this on your bingo card today. I know you didn't have this on your bingo card today, Marsh.
I didn't. There's a lot of things that I've been left, or there's not a lot of things that have left me speechless. But Yellz as a private party dancer is certainly one that provides that lack of language at this point for me.
That's why I have the shades on now. Bringing it full circle like I always do. In those circles, I'd be around other people, and a lot of them were in school. The women, they were in school, but they did not.
For what? What do you think they're going to school for? Business?
Nursing. All of them.
Nursing?
100%. They're all nurses. X-ray techs, dentist techs, and nurses.
You may be on or something. I'm not going to. It all makes sense.
Every one of them.
It all makes sense.
Well, why does that make sense? What's the word? I can't think of it.
Some of the biggest, some of the most nicest and conjugal women that I know, or that I know people that know, happen to be in the nursing field. So that makes what he's saying actually now is kind of making a lot of sense. That I didn't never put that two and two together to make four, but wow.
Do you think that there is a notoriety of the hospital industry that those that are nurses and doctors tend to know one another intimately well? I didn't say doctors. I'm clarifying. Let me finish. That doctors and nurses know each other very, very well, regardless of what their relationships are outside of the hospital. Do you think like the Venn diagram, between the former strippers and those that are maybe not 100% faithful in their relationships is, coming together pretty succinctly there? Is that the belief here?
I don't know. I won't tell anybody. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's a good question.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. It's definitely some. It's definitely some. I'll say this: there's been women who I've met throughout the course of my life where, if they hadn't, their best, of course, the way that they moved and operated, their best course of action for them would be to be a stripper. Like, for what they were doing and for how open they were, whatever it was, there's nothing else they could do. Everything they would do at a normal going out party, they could have made thousands of dollars doing that same thing if they were a stripper at a strip club. Even if they were like just serving their drinks at the strip club, they would have made their Friday night at XYZ club, the way they got down that night, they could have brought home 10 grand at a strip club doing the same exact thing. And some women understand that, they get that, and they take their role. Especially early, there's a saying on one of the movies that I like. It says, "You either slang, crack, or rock, or you got a wicked jump shot." You know what I mean? For the guys in the hood, but for the women and the girls in the hood, that equivalent would be strip club. In a lot of cases, not in every case, but in a lot of cases, strip club would be the equivalent of that.
Do you guys think it's going to be too much on production when we do this? If I put some scenes from a club, I don't know. Look, just saying, do we put scenes from a club? Marsh, though, here's my answer to your question, though. Hypothetically, right? I'll just paint a picture. A chick has some athletic prowess. She does the pole work that Rick's talking about. She's on her way to being a KG vet. She's artistic, right? She gets to the club and she's dancing, and somebody comes in there, spend a lot of money. Probably a doctor, worked long hours. Wonder if that could be the case. Wonder if that ever happens, right? He comes in, he works long hours, he goes to the strip club, he sees her. And he's like, you know what would really work is if you got these a little bigger, got that a little bigger. He's like, yeah, that's what I do. I do plastic surgery. I'll take care of you. And then he does so for some of the other chicks. And then she ends up staying with that guy. I'm just saying, like, in your Venn diagram, do you think that possibly happens, if that answers your question? I won't say it directly, but do you think that happens often?
I'm sure it happens much more than people think it happens.
Doesn't it sound like it makes sense?
Makes a ton of sense to me.
Yeah.
And look, and let me really drive the point home. This is where it's really finna take a interesting turn. The profitability of the women in the strip club is almost directly related to the relationships or the lack of a relationship the guys have at home with their significant others. Let's really get into it. Why, women might ask, why are you always in a strip club? But let me tell you why. There's some really fundamental reasons why. One, and the most important part, for the most part, they're going to treat him in that establishment the way you don't treat him at home. When was the last time you complimented your man on some regular stuff? He goes to the strip club. Within 5 minutes of sitting down in his seat, there's a woman offering to give him a drink, give him a massage, tell him how great he looks, how he must have been in the gym working out. Oh, she loved his shoes. He's flooded with so many compliments about how great of a guy he is, and she don't even know him. And his own wife that he's paying all the bills for, I'm talking hypothetically, has never said any of those things to him.
Rick,
not only that, he's listening. He's pouring out his little problems. She's listening.
Let me throw this in there, Rick.
She's doing all this with a smile and a two-piece on and heels.
Let me add this in too. And this may sound crude. This may sound crude, but it's not going to be any less true. She's also saying, would you like to come to the champagne room with me? Or not? I'm giving you all the stuff that you may have been missing, but also, would you like some or not? It's up to you.
So
no pressure.
So not only are strip clubs paying for people to go to education and go to school, is also keeping homes together. Because if that guy didn't, if he didn't make that U-turn to go to the strip club first before going home, that home wouldn't hit the same way, because he needs that release or that feel good, that endorphin. He needs that endorphin before he goes home, so that way he can go back when he gets home and live his regular ass boring life with his regular ass boring significant other that he gets no action from. He needs to receive that first so that he can go home and be who he needs to be when he gets to the house.
Jordan Belfort taught us that on Wolf on Wall Street, if you didn't know. He sure did.
And I don't expect men or women in the chat, in the comments, to out themselves out. That's perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, some may say what I'm saying is completely ludicrous. And for those who say that, then I know that you are the one I am talking to. You're just trying to overcompensate by saying something really crazy, right? But tell me I'm wrong. Like, for real. Like, tell me I'm wrong. If you ask any guy that goes to the strip club, I'm sure 8 out of 10 of those guys are going to have a story similar to what I just said for why, or how they got started into visiting the strip clubs. And the food is good, by the way. The food is great, by the way. Great food, by the way.
It has to be, right? It has to be good food. Keep people there for an hour. You got to keep them nourished. Can't have them there for, an hour. You got to make sure that because if you're going to be giving them drinks, you can't have them blacking out. It would seem logical, if you want your customers to be there for an extended period of time to extract the largest amount of money from them, you need them liquored up enough so that they will keep spending money, but not so much that they completely lose all their facilities, but also well fed so that they are not over liquored up. You need that good combination. Here's a question. This is more of a thought. So, obviously, we don't pay for college with paper money anymore. Everything's all of finances are done electronically. But let's just pretend as if you had to. This is more of an observation, I guess. I'm going off of a Twitter post from 9 years ago now, almost 10 years ago, from What the F Facts.
It's a long time.
Yes, so this number might even be out of date. But from What the F Facts, they say 45% of all dollar bills have been in a stripper's underpants at one point in time. So, if that were true, how many dollar bills do we think? Like, I just find it would be fascinating to be like, oh, this person went to Duke University and they paid $100,000. Well, 45,000 of those dollar bills that are now sitting in the university, or Duke University's bank, have actually been at various strip clubs across the nation as well. I think that would be rather funny to just think of all these intellectuals handling paper money and just being like, this one's from Magic City. Right, exactly. This one's a little damp. I don't know why. This one's a little torn up. Like, I think that would be fascinating, just as a thought exercise, even though that's not going to happen.
Do you think that these stripper dollars went to Columbia or Brown?
Probably a lot of them.
You think so? Those are like the two most expensive schools out there. You think so?
And especially, I would say into 2025, that percentage may be up to like 60, 70%. Because if you think about it, what establishments these days really deals with cash nowadays? We're almost exclusively digital in almost every form. There are restaurants and food establishments and places that don't even take cash at all. You have to pay digitally. So the strip club is one of the few establishments right now that still is very heavy and predominantly in cash. And lots of it, because a lot of cash goes through the strip clubs on a nightly basis. So I'm going to say in the last 5-6 years, that number is probably close to double as far as amount of cash that's in holding in places of established places that comes from the underpants and the panties of some of your best working women in America.
They probably should do something different. I remember one of the exes. I did one of them. We did date, right? So she come home, little stacks of cash. We counted up, right? And we take care of business, whatever. And I remember one day, I took her cash. I had to go get gas at the gas station, right? And went and got gas. This was before you were just swiping everything. And I had to go pay at the cashier. And guy looks at me and he says, "Get the fuck out of here." I'm like, "Excuse me?" He says, "Get the fuck out of here with this." And he threw the money back at me. And I was like, "What's going on?" Somebody had tipped my girl exclusively with counterfeit bills all night.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, all night. So they probably should move to a different system. I will also tell you, her and I only lasted a little bit longer after that, because if somebody else wasn't willing to give her real money, I gotta move around like that. It was crazy. But yeah, he told me, get the hell out of here.
I thought you were gonna say something different.
Fake 20s.
I thought you were gonna say, if someone is not willing to give her real money, neither am I. I thought that's what you were gonna say.
I wasn't giving her any money in the first place, Rick. I wasn't giving her any money in the first place. I wasn't willing to give her my time if they wasn't willing to give her real money.
Do you think, because to that point, in the same way that, panhandlers on the street have kind of modernized, right? Now they, you used to have the easy, I don't have any cash on me, right? If you didn't want to give them money, or you were uncomfortable doing it or whatever, the easy answer, like, I don't have any cash on me. I don't carry cash around at all. So I don't have any cash on me is an accurate statement for, I think, a lot of people. They've adapted, and they've since been, I got Venmo, I got Cash App, and I got a little QR code that they'll show you. I mean, shoot, boys and the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts will do that. When you walk into a store and they're like, "Hey, do you want to buy Girl Scout cookies?" Me, I'm going to say yes anyway, because I love Girl Scout cookies.
What kind, Marsh? What kind?
The peanut butter ones. The peanut butter ones.
I thought you were going to say the mint. I thought you like a mint guy, Marsh.
The mint ones are bad.
You look like the mint guy, Marsh.
Peanut butter ones are good.
I like them too, Marsh. You put them in the freezer and freeze them.
Oh, yes. Hell yes. Not the coconut ones, though. The coconut ones you can miss me on. I don't want coconut.
Did you guys just become bros over the
girls? You want to do karate in the garage, Marsh?
Yep.
Yep.
So you used to, if you wanted to be diabolical and not get Girl Scout cookies, you'd be like, I don't have cash. And I'd be like, well, guess what? I've got Cash App, I got Venmo, I got Zelle. You let me know and we'll get you your Girl Scout cookies. How long before strip clubs start doing the same thing? Because we've already seen the American institution has stopped making pennies. It doesn't move too quickly before suddenly they're like, you know what, we're not printing dollar bills either. And so either the strip club becomes a very much more expensive endeavor for its patrons, or it modernizes, and when the girl walks up, you just give them a little tap, and it's like, all right, beep. And then there it is.
Marsh, you're ready for the strip club right now.
Marsh, you're ready for the strip club.
I'm not.
You know to give girls taps. You're ready.
I'm just here to help them make money. That's it. I'm just trying to come up with ideas.
There you go.
I'm just trying to help them modernize. That's all I'm trying to do here.
Spoken like a true gentleman of the club. I think
my PA announcer. We've established that. That's what I'm doing. I'm the PA announcer, hyping them up.
I think because of the different types of individuals and the different types of elements that are found in strip clubs on a nightly basis, there's going to always be a cash element involved in it. So I don't think it'll ever be a completely digital situation. I think it's gonna be one of the last standing places that you can still deal in cash, because there's without getting too far down a rabbit hole, there's a different type of other activities that happens in the strip club. Strip club has a lot. There's businesses inside of businesses that is transpiring all at once in a strip club on any given night. So cash is going to always be king there. So I think the digital part is, and maybe they're already in the digital era. Haven't been to a strip club in a while, but I don't think you're ever going to see a cashless strip club at all.
Can I get into a little story time?
Please.
It's a fiction. It's more of a concept. I may have shared this with somebody on this panel before. We talking about cash in the strip club. I have this grand, and I mean grand desire. Marsh, I think the three of us, please, I beg you, let's put this on the agenda for 2026. Please, I beg you. What I want to do is I would like to go to Atlanta, the mecca of strip clubs. Would anybody disagree? Even if you haven't been there, do you know a place is supposed to be have more prevalent strip clubs that are high standard than Atlanta? Would you say so, Marsh?
I can't claim.
I like how you playing. I see what you're doing there. All right, Atlanta. We're going to Atlanta, right? Which is the mecca of strip clubs. If you didn't know, you're going to find out. So we're going to go to Atlanta, and what we're going to do is we're going to cash out. Like, we're going to ball out, Marsh. We're going to take so much money. But what we're going to do is we're going to stop at the bank. We're going to take all this money and say, please, give us all of your rolls of quarters, right? Roll them up. I want $10,000 in rolls of quarters. And we're going to go to the strip club, right? And we're going to go in there. I'm going to put on all the jewelry. We all going to wear all the jewelry, all the clothes. We're going to look like $1 million. And you're going to see that point guard, that center, all the people we talking about, they all going to come over to us. Going to be like, oh, they about to spend money. Yeah, they're going to be like that. And we're going to politely walk up to the stage. Matter of fact, one of you, maybe even me, we're going to carry a bag. Like, we got that much money with us. That's what we're trying to do. Politely reach into that bag, Marsh. Take that roll of quarters and just roll it up to the stage on the stage and see if they turn it down. I really want to know if someone's going to turn down $10,000 just because it's rolled up in quarters.
I want to know how many rolls do they have to see before they say, okay, I'm in. I know that first roll, even if it's $100 roll, that first roll, no, I ain't. But you keep rolling them rolls of quarters. By the time you get the fourth or fifth hundred roll, I think they start looking at it like, he's crazy, but I'm with it.
I like it. I'm not turning his money down. And the beauty of it is, you wait till you find that unicorn chick that's dancing to a song that she shouldn't be listening to. Like, it's like Radiohead. And like the sound of the quarters rolling on the stage to that song. Oh, it's beautiful. It's great.
I think it'd be more entertaining to do it one quarter at a time and not $100.
I don't want to piss them off. I don't want to get beat up, Marsh. That's also
you've already started. You're too late. You're walking in there with quarters.
No thanks.
You're walking in there with quarters. I think that you've probably pretty well established a pissed off nature.
$10,000 in quarters. You're forgetting the most.
That's why you give it to them one at a time. You just start darting them up there. And just seeing,
people know rolls of quarters is at least $10. They know that much. Like, oh, We wait until some.
So you're just gonna start chucking $10 batons at them?
We're not throwing them. You roll them. You roll it on the stage.
I know that, but I think you start throwing them from the back. I just try to see how many different ways you get all slingshot.
Oh my
God!
Just
start rocking them.
It's called assault. They have bouncers.
It's not. I'm not aiming for them. If you're going that route, you're just trying to get creative with the avenue in which you're getting up there.
All right. So let's just say this: we're gonna do that in 2027. Marsh, if you're down, you're the only. I know Rick's down. If not, you have to have watched Players Club by next episode. One or the other.
Those are my two options. Is watch Players Club, or I have to go to a strip club.
He's got to do one of those. Tell me I'm wrong, Rick. He's got to do one of those.
You're not wrong. Also, Marsh, if you want to get, if we want to do a little deep dive, not only is Players Club a good, it's an older film, but if you can watch the series, a couple episodes of P-Valley. There's a show called P-Valley.
Okay.
If you watch P-Valley.
I've never seen it.
If you watch P-Valley,
context tells us everything.
That's going to give you a really good idea. It's a really good show, but it's centered around a strip club in like a small town, and it's going to give you a really, really good idea. It's a really good show too. I think the subject matter is the subject matter, but if you just look at the way it's presented and done and shot, I think you can enjoy it. Maybe even a lady can enjoy it too. P-Valley. Just try episode 1.
You're letting them off the hook. I want him at the strip club, either carrying the bag or rolling the quarters. I think he can get away with rolling more quarters up there than maybe we can. I think
he probably could. Marsh, you probably could get away with rolling more quarters than we could for sure.
I don't even know what that means. I know what rolling quarters means. I don't know what me getting away with it.
Hey, Miss Martian, let him do it. This is a social experiment. It's a social experiment.
Yeah, and I'm the one that's gonna get my ass kicked in Atlanta.
Hey, Rick's got your back. Boom! He's got you.
Yeah, he's just gonna punch everybody in the nuts. That's what he's gonna do. That's it. Then we'll have to run. There is I think they prefer here in where I live to call them gentlemen's clubs, and there is quite a few of them around town.
That's the white
many
clubs.
billboards. It's not a super dark area here, so one of them is known for their steaks because I think it's Wednesdays. They have I think it's like unlimited or $20 tomahawk steak or some ridiculously good deal. And I know that this exists because the exit that I take to go home, I have to drive right by the establishment. And so they have a sign out front that says Wednesday steak night. And so I'm at a work function and they are telling the story that there was this, the looks here are great. They're telling this story where there was this small town restaurant where some coworkers went to that happened to share the same name as the strip club. And so not really thinking, I'm like, yeah, I heard they have really good steaks. Mm-hmm. And really had to backtrack and explain as to why I was aware of their steaks and the fact that they do Steak Wednesdays to a bunch of folks at work when they're looking at me as some younger person who they probably are assuming is frequenting said gentleman's club when I was nearly just driving by.
Why did you have to backtrack that, Marsh? Well, who was offended by that statement?
It's not the offense that would have been taken, Rick. It's more of the what's the word I'm looking for, and it is escaping me. The inference they could have made from it. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but yeah.
Okay, but even the inference, if the inference is Marsh visits the strip club, what is that like taboo in your parts of the world? What's wrong with that?
I wouldn't call it taboo, but I don't know that it's a feature that many people would seek out in our industry.
Not publicly, but they're probably there every week privately.
What people do on their free time is up to them. That's all I got to say on that.
He tried to backtrack.
If they enjoy good steak, then they enjoy good steak wherever they enjoy it, and I'm not going to.
What's wrong? Listen, if I want to go and eat a good meal and have some good entertainment, and see some eye candy, what's wrong with that?
Rick,
look, Ron Swanson.
Were you with me that time? I know, man, who was it? It was when during my LeBron hating days, and they were playing in the finals, and we couldn't find anywhere to watch the game. Maybe it was Slim. And we're trying to watch the game, and there's a strip. Go figure. The strip of all these areas where you can go in the city, Marsh, and everywhere was packed, couldn't get in. The only thing available, which I don't go to, I hadn't been to a strip club in I don't know how long. I was like, yo, let's just go to the strip club and watch the game. We went to the strip club, so the chicks come over and they're trying to, hey, excuse me, we're just trying to get some wings and watch the game. Could you please move?
So that is the exact situation that Rick was talking about with the bad marriages before. You literally brought the bad marriage where the guy just wants to be left alone by his wife to eat food and watch basketball and drink booze. You brought that energy to the strip club, the place where you're not supposed to have that energy.
But they will adapt though. They will adapt though, Marsh.
Yeah, you know what wasn't.
I'm sure.
You know what wasn't a bad thing to see out the corner of my eye though. Wasn't bad to see that out the corner of my. It was okay. It was acceptable. So.
All right. Well, we're wrapping up the show. We're also wrapping up the holiday season. We're recording this pre New Year's. I'm checking in. Life updates. Anybody? Good holidays.
Excellent holiday for me. I appreciate. I got to enjoy friends and family. Got to spend some time out with Rick as well. Marsh, you gotta get down here soon. It's humid. It's a lot like Florida, just better. Just saying.
You guys still get cold.
Just saying. We have freeways with more than 2 and 3 lanes, so like we can get where we're trying to go. So, I mean, my holidays were good. Thanks for asking, Marsh. How was yours?
It was good. We went to Disney before Christmas. We left Disney, I think, on the 22nd, so we were there for a couple days. We used to be pass holders at Disney. This was our third time. We're no longer. This was our third time being there on or immediately around Christmas. Actually, our fourth time being there. And it was good. First day we were there, not too crowded at Epcot, which was a huge win for us. We did some dancing, my dad did some dancing because we did some drinking around the world. And stopped in at a handful of spots. We started out at Mexico, and we went to, if you've ever been, there is in the Mexican pavilion, a giant pyramid, and there's Casa de Tequila, or de la Tequila, and you can get tequila shots. And so the 4 of us got a tequila shot, and my mom's came with like deep fried grasshoppers. So we had some grasshopper. What? Didn't taste like anything. I don't know. It's like it was the chaser.
Grasshopper?
That
was the chaser. So like the shot that I had,
that seems like a hard task to do in the first place, to even deep fry them. They're pretty small. That's wow.
They're like the size of a dime or a nickel, the next currency to be outlawed. No, it was like we had tomato juice as our chaser. They had
tomato juice. What's going on? Y'all, are y'all there for a good time or what?
Tomato juice was a really good chaser.
Is this the Geritol Olympics? What is going on here?
Tomato juice was a good chaser. I'll tell you what. It's kind of like pickle juice as a chaser. Like it's got such a pungent flavor that it immediately.
Jack,
you're not chasing with pickle juice?
No, I'm not doing anything with no damn. If I got a leg cramp and I'm on the like,
you don't know a good pickleback shot.
I just get a game. Pickle juice. If I'm trying to have a good time at a bar, what the hell am I on pickle juice for?
Pickleback shots, whiskey and pickle.
Nah, bro.
You never had a pickleback shot?
No, I ain't never had nobody put a pickle in my back or shot at all. I never had a pickle in my back shot at all. No, not at all. Actually, not even close.
I've heard of people doing that. I know just the combined aesthetic of hearing Marsh talk about box stuffing, tomato shots, and fried grasshoppers. Just the combination of the shit you're saying, Marsh, is just it's abominable, man.
I didn't create these as options. They were given to us as options. They were given to us as here's what. I don't know. I'm not Hispanic. I don't know what they choose to chase with. But, when in Epcot, which takes you quite literally to every place in the world, I'm going to take part in the local traditions. If that's a local tradition, I'm doing it. All right? I'm not going to stand out.
I'm passing on tomato juice. I'm definitely passing on that.
I was surprised by it at first. When I had it, I was very impressed with it.
Did it remind
Well,
you
I
of
guess
that
if
time
you like,
at that,
if you like
at
Bloody
club
Marys,
right
maybe
off the exit?
it's kind of like a Bloody Mary, right?
Yeah, not too different. I mean, yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
not a Bloody
right?
Mary type. I'm not. That's not my drink of choice.
I'm like a one Bloody Mary guy. I'll get the first Bloody Mary, and I'm like, oh my god, this is great. I think I need another one. And then the second one comes out, and I'm like, what did I do this for?
The irony is, I only drink Bloody Marys in Florida. That's the only time I've ever drank them. That's crazy.
Why?
It just feels
Florida?
right. I don't know. Just feels right.
Because it's for an old white people thing?
Maybe. In Brickell specifically is where I drink them. So.
Brickell? You get Bloody Marys in Brickell?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of problems with Brickell. That might be one of them. Is that?
Hey Marsh, where's that
Bloody Marys?
Where's that strip club? What exit is it on, by the way?
About 70 miles north.
You know the name of that.
You come down, I'll point you in the right
direction. That's fine. You can tell me. You tell me when we get off. When we go off.
You know that.
I know the exit because I got to take it home. That's why I know that exit. Rick, you have a good holiday?
Of course you do, Marsh. You got to take it home.
I didn't say what other turns need to be made. I just said I have to get home. So, Rick, your holiday was good?
It was good, man. Listen, we on this side of the dirt, and so I'm always happy and blessed because of that. So, good holiday. Family was safe. I cooked brunch for my parents, so they really enjoyed it. So yeah, man. So it was a good holiday for sure. Like I said, I went and hung out with Yellz. So we had a good time. Yeah, man, it was a good time. Good holiday.
Rick, what did you make for brunch?
I did bacon. I did grits. I did fried chicken. I did blueberry pancakes. I did eggs. My dad specifically only eats sunny side up, so I made those in a scrambled version as well. I did biscuits and mimosas.
I'm getting hungry.
It fascinates me that people with eggs will only eat eggs specific ways. Like I have my aunt will only eat, or no, not my aunt. My aunt won't eat eggs. My mom will only eat scrambled eggs or an omelet. She won't eat sunny side up. She won't eat fried. Has to be scrambled or an omelet. To me, they all taste the same.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there. They taste different, but I'll eat any of them. I love eggs. Just give me the fucking eggs.
You know what I like to do? You guys are gonna not like this, especially considering your take on
grasshoppers and tomato chase.
Yeah, yes. This is, my standing with the two of you is gonna plummet after this statement, but we're doing it anyway. So I like to do a sunny side up. Just takes too long to cook, so I'll do like a over easy. So cook it all the way and then just flip it just to get all the extra yolk kind of hardened, or not the yolk, but the white egg whites hardened. And I like to eat everything except the egg yolk, and then I call it a yolk bomb. You just eat the yolk bomb alone. It's delicious. It's kind of like a fruit gusher, but an egg. It's so good. It's so good.
That's not terrible.
I'm surprised. I thought you were really going to hate that.
The logic behind it is maniacal, but no, it's not terrible.
What's wrong with it?
Here comes the yolk bomb, guys. Open wide.
and if I ever accidentally break the yolk because again, when I can't do sunny side up, I can't always see exactly where the yolk is. If I ever break it, it's I feel like I need to make another egg just to.
Do you throw it away? So you throw it away?
No, I just hurry up and eat. I just hurry up and just try to eat it as quick as I can, so I don't lose any of the yolk.
You grab a straw.
No, I don't do that. That's a little weird, even for me. But I'm just like, gotta go, gotta finish this part first. It's tough.
I've had some of my best eggs Benedict at a strip club, by the way. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I do love a good eggs Benedict.
I do too.
Shout out to Bacon Bitch in Miami. I love Bacon Bitch in Miami. I love that spot.
Shout out Bacon Bitch.
They had one of them where I am, and it closed down after 2 weeks because nobody went.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't like being called a bitch in your area, but yeah. Bacon.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a family area here. So, people are walking down, and they've got, 12-year-olds, and they're just being sworn at by scantily clad women, and the parents are like, what the fuck, dude? No.
And the crazy part is they don't want to just commit. Just go be a waitress at a strip club and then graduate up to the strip club and then go get your degree. God damn it.
It's like the minors. That's the minors of the strip club. They gotta work their way up the ladder.
That's the AAA. Begging bitches is AAA, and places like that are AAA for the big leagues, which is a strip club. Yeah. But some players are best playing AAA ball. It is what it is.
Do you
some
think
people
that
thrive at the lower levels?
You think a decent percentage of like your Hooters and Ojos Locos and Twin Peaks and those kind of things, you think they're paying for college too?
The Venn diagram, to revisit that, between Twin Peaks and strip clubs is just about a circle, if I had to make a guess.
You said a circle?
Yeah. I've got to feel like that's the day job to the night job combo.
The day job to the night, it's the $5 before the $500. No one's tipping at those places.
It's you know, all the people are doing the videos like, here's my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5. That's it. It's Twin Peaks and then whatever place they're going to next.
Fair enough. What's the name of that strip club again, Marsh?
Well, I'll say it off air. I don't want people knowing where I live too closely or where I spend my free time. All right, that is our show. We're coming back every Thursday right here, live on YouTube if you want to watch and you want to see Yellz in all his sunglassed glory, or on YouTube, or excuse me, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Appreciate you tuning in. Talk to you next week.